everybody, it's Marcus again, and today we're going to do some self-care with massage balls. So there are a lot of types of massage balls, different sizes, different shapes. You can get these spiky ones, big or small. You could also just get lacrosse balls. Some massage balls claim to be massage balls but are pretty much just a lacrosse ball with a brand stuck on it. So I would just tell you to get a lacrosse ball. You could also get specialized ones that are a bit harder, more intense, like these ones I like the most. And you can use a tennis ball, any ball that's a good diameter, about 2.5 inches or so. And if you're really cheap, you can just maybe go to the tennis court, rummage around and see if you can find loose tennis balls somewhere there. So basically, if you have the balls, you can do this. If you don't have the balls, go get some. So I'm gonna put these other ones to the side. I'm gonna use the one that I usually use. This doesn't fit, that's okay. And I'll put that to the side. Right, so just make sure you have one ball, and we're gonna start and give our calves a bit of attention. So from here, you're going to just stretch out your legs in front of you, and let's put the ball pretty much to that most bulbous part of your calf, the biggest part of your calf. And we're going to just have your hands to your side. If you want to, let's have the left knee bent, the foot to the floor, so you can lift yourself up a little bit. Awesome. I'm gonna turn to the side so you see a little better. Awesome. So you can keep the butt on the ground or lift up a smidge. That's gonna give a bit more pressure to your calf. Then from there, you're just rolling forward and back. Awesome. Very simple movement, just like using a roller. Might feel a bit more intense. Now, if you're pretty intense here, you can stack your legs. Awesome. The heel might stay down, that's okay. Now, do your best to relax the right foot, the one touching the ball. Awesome. And feel free to roll forward and back. You can even walk your hands around from just before the knee to just before your ankle. Awesome. So we're here for a little bit, just rummaging around through that right calf, really exploring any tense spots. And if you find a tense spot for you, feel free to roll over it a couple of times. Again, you don't have to stack the legs, that's okay. Just find the amount of pressure that works out for you. Awesome. Now, let's take a second and find a tense spot for you. I found one. Now from here, you're stacking the legs just to give it as much pressure as you would like. Now, right foot, let's point the right toes, try to keep the heel off the ground for this one, and flex the right foot, pull those toes back to you, and point, and flex. Let's do just one more. Point, and flex, and it should feel easier on that third one. Relax the foot, and this time, let's turn your right toes out to the side, turned out. Awesome. Rock forward and back. Awesome. If you really want to stack the legs, I'm not going to do it for this one. That's too much for me. You can have your left foot to the ground to help you with the weight control. Awesome. And just rocking forward and back. Good. Feel free to explore the whole calf area, right side of the calf. Or feel free to stick to a certain spot, certain area that's kind of intense for you. Good, and generally we're staying here for about 30 seconds or so. 2 minutes if you would really like to, nothing too long. You're really gonna feel that sometimes it's just not working anymore, and that's basically when you stop. It's like, it's intense, but it's not going away. So it's like, let's do it another time. So right now, just keep playing with it, explore, and let's find a tense spot for you again. Awesome. Once you find it, you can set the butt down, stack the legs for this, give it some pressure, point the right toes, and flex. Good. Point and flex. Last time, point and flex and relax. Awesome. Now one more side to the right calf. Turn the toes in a bit. Awesome. Now if you have something to raise the ball for you, my heel is 2 on the ground. I'm gonna grab a block here. Awesome. You're going to put the block under the ball just so that your leg is elevated so you can go forward and back easier. Book, brick, whatever you have can work. Whenever you're ready, rock forward and back again and try to just hit the inside of your calf. Might feel totally different than the other sides of your calf. You can sit the butt down again. If you really want to, you can lift yourself up. I'm gonna stay down here. Awesome, this is pretty intense. Awesome. I walked a lot yesterday for about an hour and a half, so this is pretty intense. Okay, and again, you can explore the whole calf, move the ball around. If you want to, use your hand to add pressure, especially if your butt is on the ground. Awesome. And again, just using that ball to explore your calf. You might find some exciting places in your calf. And if you find a tense spot, let's find it here now. Let's stack the legs a bit if you can. Awesome. Doesn't have to be all the way. I'm just using my ankle, whatever works. Now from there, you just want to add pressure. Point the toes and flex the foot if you can. And 2 more. Inhale, point and flex and point and flex and relax. Awesome. Let's take it out of there. Now you can repeat that for the whole area of your calf. If you have more than one tight spot, feel free to do that again. Now we're going to switch to the other leg, left side. Put your block, book, or whatever to the side if you don't need it for now. And let's bring your ball underneath your calf. Let's start with the most bulbous part. Again, you can have the right knee bent to support you, or stack the legs if you want to go for it. Hands beside you, a little behind you. Lift up if you want, or keep the butt down, whatever works. And rock forward and back. Awesome. You can keep your bottom heel down or have it elevated. Up to you. However much pressure that you need right now. Let's stay here for a good half a minute or so. And again, relax the left foot as best you can. You're gonna want to engage that foot, but try to stop it. The more relaxed the calf is, the more the ball can get in there. Take your time. Awesome. Might feel totally different from the other side. That's okay. Try to keep going. Hopefully you are too. Awesome. And again, try to relax that left foot. Mine is trying to flex. I'm trying to tell it to stop. And let's find that tense spot for you. Awesome. Stack the legs for this one. Try to keep your left heel off the ground so the foot has space to move. Point the left toes. Feel that calf move as the foot points. Flex the left foot. Take your time. Pull those toes back. And 2 more. Don't worry, just 3 rounds. And flex. And inhale, point. And exhale, flex. And relax. Give the leg a shake if you need to. Then let's turn the toes out. Let's go to the outside of your calf. Awesome. Same principle, just rock forward and back. And again, we're keeping the ball pretty much between your ankle and your knee. So avoiding the joints, avoiding the bones. We're keeping it right on those muscly parts, muscular parts. Awesome. And take your time. This one isn't that bad for me. That's good. Awesome. Might be totally different for you. And again, if you get tired of carrying yourself, you can literally just slide your butt on the ground. That's totally fine. You can put a towel on your butt, get on a hardwood floor, and scrub your floor as you do this. That's totally fine. Awesome. Now let's take a second and find an intense spot for you. Once you get it, you got it, press it down. Give it some pressure. Give it some love. Now from here, point the left toes. Flex the left foot. 2 more times. Point best you can all the way. and flex, and point, and flex. I think one more, point, and flex, and come off of that for a second. Awesome. And this time we're turning the toes in, block, book, whatever you need to elevate the ball if you need to. You might not need to. Awesome. Now bend this right knee just so it's out of the way and rock side to side. Awesome. So I'm keeping my right hip down. You can totally lift yourself up if you want to. Just figure out how much pressure you want on that left calf. You can use the left hand to give it extra pressure. I think that's the least effort that gives it pressure, so I'm going to do that. Awesome. And rocking forward and back. You could also go a little side to side. Awesome. There's just not that much meat side to side, so forward and back is good. But really play with it. Explore your calf. Awesome. Move the ball around. You got a lot of muscle to go through here. Great. And take your time. Good. Remember, this is just a demo, so you can totally stay here longer if you want to. Awesome. I'm just showing you the ropes, and hopefully you practice this more on your own. If you think the video wasn't enough, replay it. That's totally fine. Take it 2 times. Just try not to overdo it. Again, at some point it just feels like the ball isn't doing anything much now. That means you get out of it and do it some other time, because the muscles need a bit of rest. You can't just force it to get softer, to get looser. Good. Now take a second to find that tense spot on your calf. I found it. Hopefully you found it. Stack the legs if you can. If that's too awkward, you don't have to. You just want to add pressure. You can use your hand if you want to. From there, point the toes and flex the foot. Point if you can and flex. Last time, point and flex and relax. Let's come off of that ball. Get the ball, put the block to the side, and shake out the legs in front of you. Hopefully that was fun. Hopefully that was entertaining. And again, this is just a quick demo. If you want to point and flex the feet a little more, feel free to do that. You can do as much as you'd like to. And again, at some point, it just doesn't work anymore because the muscles don't want to get that soft right now. So feel free to move on and do it another time again. Great. So the more you do this, the more you feel that the muscles get softer, and we want those soft muscles. Because if your muscles are hard and you're not engaging them, that means they're still working. They need a break. They need to sag down a bit. My calves are pretty loose. So feel free to play with the ball. Again, you don't need an expensive ball. You can use whatever ball you can grab. You can rummage around a tennis court. Maybe you get lucky. Maybe you find a brand new tennis ball somewhere there. And I hope you like this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share if you would like to. And if you want to help out the channel, please check out the description below for details. Have a great day, and thank you. Bye.